everybody. It's Kendéll Lenice, your fave life coach, the remix coach, and who's this?
Mr. Charles Chizel It, aka CH3 artist.
All right, so we're coming to you to talk about a movie, a powerful movie that we talk about often. I don't know how late we were up last night talking.
Yeah, and like it's brand new every time we talk about it. And we're gonna look at it again this weekend, and it's just so amazing. It's like every time you see it, I've seen it maybe a half a dozen times, and every time I look at it, it's like it's the first time I'm seeing things because different aspects of the movie just bounce out. Unbelievable movie. What's the name of it?
So this is Kendelllenice for reviews and news. So this is a movie that we're going to review, and it's called Life with Pi.
The Life of Pi.
The Life of Pi.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's an older movie. Some of you may have read the book.
Yes.
Some of you may have seen the movie. I've seen the movie a lot of times, but how many times have you seen the movie?
Over 12 times. And I'm so excited just to see it again. It's a type of movie that when you grow in your life spiritually, you know, what was meant for you to learn 10 years ago, it comes back differently 10 years later. So have grown over 10 years, and you have too, and both of us have. So when you look at it, oh, now that makes sense to me. Oh, it's starting to come together. So you can look at it 100 times, and it's going to be different each and every time.
So as you're talking, I'm like, where do we even start? Where do we start? So you want to tell people what the movie is about first?
It was about self-discovery, and basically, Pi was a boy from India, and he was trying to discover the meaning of life, trying to find his true self. And he looked at all different religions, which was very special how they put all that together. Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, whatever, and the list goes on. But just trying to just look at all aspects of religion and realize that God is in everything. However, at the end, I'm not going to tell you much of the movie, but you know, spirituality lies within. And the whole movie will walk you through that process. So you'll find yourself in that movie big time. So that's what I pretty much got out of it without giving away the whole storyline.
So this is a spoiler alert. We're going to give some stuff away because we got to give some stuff away so we can talk about it and how it correlates with the movie. Mm-hmm. So I will say this. So spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this, you can turn the video off right now. If you had, you can join the conversation. All right, so Pi goes through his metamorphosis, right? When he's talking about God and trying to find God and seek God. So sometimes when you're trying to find God and you're trying to seek God, God will put you in positions where you have to seek him and you have to get a different type of understanding than you would get if you haven't gone through trials and issues and turbulations of the world. So his family is going to leave from India, so they're on a boat. So they're on a boat. The boat pretty much is shipwrecked, yes. Right? Everybody doesn't survive, right? But Pi survives. So he's on the boat. How long is he on the boat? Do we know?
I believe 40 days. That's a very significant number, but mm-hmm. I believe 40 days. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stick with that answer, 40 days.
Okay, so he's not on the big ship. He jumps overboard to save himself. And people are saying, hey, jump on the boat. You know how they have the little, what are they, buoy? What are
rescue
the little
boats, yeah.
The rescue boats.
Yes.
So he jumps on that boat. And it appears that he's on the boat by himself. Then it appears that he's on the boat with nothing but animals, right? So it makes you think of Noah's Ark, kind of, right? But it's not double of them. So he has to survive. He doesn't know how long he's going to be on the boat and what's going to happen. So what starts to happen when he's on the boat?
It's just the ultimate experience of survival. And when you're going to, again, find a lot of yourself in the movie. Being isolated, being in the point where you just want to give up. You're going to feel moments, where is God? in this situation? How will I survive? And like you mentioned the other night, things that's inside of us, we don't know what's really inside of us until we actually have to use it. When we face with trauma or face with situations where I don't know what to do, it's always a way out, and God is always there. So God was there the whole time, throughout the whole movie. And again, the animals and the aspects of that and what that meant, we can't tell you too much because it's going to be a different experience for each person. I mean, 10 people can watch this movie. You're going to get 10 different meanings, but I'm telling you, it's a must-see. It's a must-see movie wherever you are, especially in the times that we're living in right now. I want to see it again. So it's the ultimate movie of self-discovery, like you said, metamorphosis, transformation, and it's trying to find out who you really are. Through any circumstance in your life, you're going to be able to recognize and find yourself in this movie.
Right. It's one part that I got to spoil for you when he's like, God, what more do you want from me? And a lot of us have been through that particular phase in life where we're like, what else can we do?
Yes.
What else do you want from us? We have given you us. We surrendered. We've done right. We lived right. What else do you want? That's the time where things keep happening and you're like about to throw your hands up. So just when you're about to throw your hands up, God sometimes will give you a small little seed to let you know that he's still there. And with Pi, he did that. But it will take you on an emotional roller coaster. I was like, oh man. And it was one part I was like, not that too. Like you give a little and then it looks like God is taking the little that he gives you. So it just...
And something else will happen.
And then something
like, can
else.
you take... It's just like life when you feel like, I can't take no more.
Yes.
I had enough. Then something else will happen. Then you overcome that.
Yeah.
Then something else will happen. And it was like continuously something happened. And again, it's like your own life. You feel like, I can't take no more, but you just really don't know how much you have inside of you. And it really will teach you perseverance, determination, sacrifice, and just letting go and letting God.
Right. And then sometimes the people that you're going through the struggle with, you're on the struggle bus with, once they finish the struggle, you may never see them again.
Yes.
They may never turn around.
And you realize you really at a point where it's just you. I mean, your mama can't do it, your kids can't do it, your friends can't do it, your neighbors can't do it, your pastor, minister, whatever. It's this journey, although we need relationships, don't get me wrong, but you realize when you just totally depend on God and just let it go and realize God is just me and you, and you and I, that's when you get the breakthrough.
Yes, because nobody may not turn around. Nobody might not be there to rescue you. You only may just have God. And that's when you can see your true self. That's when you really can see the growth, because it's good. Like Pi started with his whole family on the ship and other people's families, right? He started with a great life. If we're looking at it, it's a great life. And one decision, I'll just say, that his father made changed the trajectory of it, right? And Pi was the last one standing, and it's not a coincidence that he was the one that was really seeking God, and he was the last one that survived in his family.
And
that's powerful.
And it's amazing, and we're not, again, giving the whole story away, I'm thinking about different aspects of it. Even, and I can tell whoever is watching this, your childhood is preparing you.
Ooh.
You know, he had to learn how to swim.
Yes.
He had to learn, he was in search of such a young age, even myself, what does stuff mean? A person, parents, whatever, my community could not just tell me things without me saying, this doesn't make sense to me. Whether it's spirituality, religion, whatever, political, it just don't add up. And I didn't really adapt to a system. And Paul was like that, and that's why I could relate to him, because he was searching, look, I have to find the answers for myself. And God put him in situations, even as a child, it came back, and he had to use every situation. Swimming was one of them. I won't tell you why, but I just thought about that just now. His uncle threw him in the swimming pool at 3 years old, and the whole movie was in the water.
Wait, we're going to come to part two.